final session of Zoho Creator one-on-one series. In this session, you will learn how to handle account level actions directly from the Manage module. Now, after we have published our application and it is accessible to the live audience, there are a couple of actions that you can manage directly from an account level. We have already discussed about users and how to add users, but let me just quickly show you how all the users are listed under the users dashboard. There is an option for you to add an administrator. Here, if you look at any of the users, you can activate by just clicking on the icon and the user gets active. Now, if you want to make an active user as an admin, just click on make as admin and they will be directly made an admin of the account. But at the same time, if you want to revoke that access and take them back to being a user, you can just click on it and they will be brought back to the user role. So this is how you can change the role of users that are already there. To add new users, you have to click here and fill in the details and add them. Since we've discussed that, I won't be going too much into it. Now let's go to the organization part. So organization module you can access all the information related to the organization's contact information from this dashboard. So if you see whether your organization logo or if you want to add any favicon or a couple of details, if you want to go and edit it, you can make changes here. So if the organization namespace needs to be changed, or if you want to change the time zone of the account, you can make all sort of changes over here. Now we also have next we have the governance module. So this is where you can choose to have your organization's security policies added to the account as well, so that whoever you can choose the specific rules and guidelines needed to access the application. It's not just the application, but also it helps you improve user management and also run your organization more effectively and in ways that are supported in Creator. So the entire governance module is supported by Zoho directory in Zoho Creator. So it kind of helps you build that extra layer of protection that you want while using with the help of certain features that include security policies, custom authentication, active directory and so on. Security policy, if you click on this button, you will be taken to your Zoho directory account, security policies. So security policy is a set of clear rules or guidelines that you can set so that users can authenticate the account only if they follow these specific rules or guidelines. Now you can, for example, if you want the password to be a certain combination of alphanumerics and special characters, you can do that. If you want to have limitations on the passwords, you want to set an expiry to the password, or if you want to have additional or advanced setups to your password, like setting the maximum number of invalid sign-ins, or if you want to monitor the sign-in attempts based on the number of hours. So all these things are possible with the help of security policies. Besides that, you can also set multi-factor authentication and also restrict certain IP addresses from entering the application. So these are ways in which you can contribute to adding that extra layer of security. Next, you have custom authentication. So in Creator, you have single sign-on custom authentication. So this allows users to sign into their Zoho Creator account through another identity provider. So if you click on it, you have two SSOs which are both SAML as well as JWT. So when you configure a custom authentication, it helps the person to have an option to log in with another credential. So it could be, for example, Okta is one example of another identity provider. Next up, we have Active Directory. So if you have an existing directory in which you store user management or you handle all the users, you can, instead of having to add, edit or make changes in the directory that you have in the account, you can sync your existing directory, probably like an LDAP or something. You can sync the LDAP server to your Zoho's Active Directory. They help you manage these user identities in your external directory itself, because it's a one-way synchronization. Basically, the data will flow from your existing directory to Zoho Creator's admin panel. So all these configurations are to be done by a super admin, and it is a one-time process. Once you set all these things up, then you can proceed with your action. So it need not be done multiple times. You want to authenticate another custom domain, you can just verify it from your domain manager. You can fill in your details and configure a custom domain. So these are a couple of options for you in the governance module. Now we also have the metrics module. The metrics module helps you have an overall idea of what is happening within the account. You can manage all the applications and see the statistics of their activity. So from here I can see all the active applications, the accessed applications, idle applications, and I can see how many applications are being clicked, and you can see the activity by and filter it and see based on users, the activity by portal users, and also by all users. So that's how you can just filter through. So this is the count or the insight of the last 30 days. You can choose the time frame from here, and if you want to see strictly the user activity, there are separate tabs for both user activity and portal activity. Now, operations tab has a lot of operations clubbed into specific solutions. There are a couple of operations that you can perform from an application level or from BI analytics level or integration flow level. Let's first focus on the applications. Now, if you want to take backup of your app, you can do that from the operations module. Now, whenever you take a backup, ensure to download it, because it is only available, it will be available for almost a year. So to create backup, you need to select the app, choose on what time frame you want it to be done. If it's a daily backup, you can choose whether it's just the design or the structure of the app, or do you want the data also to be included, and you can set a time frame if needed. And if you want the backup to be deleted after a particular days, that can also be done. If you can also schedule backups, and all the scheduled backups will be listed over here, and whatever backups that you have taken will be listed from here, wherein you can just see the size of the file, you can see when it gets expired, its version details, what are the contents of the backup file. And if you want, you can just download it, restore it, or even delete it. And you can also access the backup logs on what the status is when the backup got initiated, whether it's in the initial stage or whether the backup has been completed. So that's about backups. Now, audit trail kind of lets you see the history of what is happening in a specific component that you choose, all the action that happens in that component. So here you can see record based actions, whatever deletion or addition has happened in the add visitor form. But if you have exported any file from a report, you can see those information from the export and print logs. So you can also choose, so this is for all reports, but if it's for a specific report, you can choose the report and see if any export or print action has been done by the user. At the same time, you can also filter and see with respect to any date. Same goes for the record logs. You can also add these filter to specifically navigate through or search for any particular action that has taken place here. If you want to change the form, you can go ahead and change the component and see the audit trail of another form. So next up, we have email management. So you can manage who the sender email must be. If you want to add more emails, you just need to add the email and there will be a verification code sent to it. You can choose the domain authentication over here. If you have custom domains, you can verify, you can fill in the details, add your custom domain and verify it from here. You can also get an analytics of all the emails that has been sent so far. So this is all about managing the email, sender email from the owner of the account. Now, if you want to restrict any, now your applications will be accessible to anybody who has an invitation or anyone who has the link to the app. But if you want any specific domain to be restricted, you can also specify it over here. So let's also see. Now the REST APIs in Zoho Creator lets you connect with multiple applications. You can push data, get data and perform actions. So this communication can be restricted for applications. All you need to do is just disable the status and they won't be any sort of API action won't be, or data communication won't be possible. If you have blueprints in your apps and you want to see the analytics of how many actions have taken place at each stage, so these are the various analytics or metrics that you can gain. So based on what you want, you can just click on it, choose the application form and blueprint, and you can see the analytics of how the blueprint is performing or at what stage you find a lot of actions taking place. Next up, we have logs. So you can see, if you have, just choose the application and you can see all the scheduled actions, or if you have any email related actions or form actions or integrations going on a timely basis. You can see all the success or failure ratios of these, the log basically of all these applications. So you can see the errors that has taken place. You can see the successfully executed integrations. You can filter through based on the time and the type of action that you want to specifically look into. So that's about logs. If you want to publish any of these components in a way that external users can access it without having to have access to the Zoho Creator account, you just need to access the operations tab and choose publish option and publish any of the components. So these are a few published components. So once you publish a component, a link will be generated in this fashion. You can either embed the code, copy it from here. You can either take the permalink or the code and use it in your application. This comes handy when you want to send forms across for surveys, or if you want feedback forms to be on your website. You can just publish a component, you can publish a report or a form and use it over there. Next up, let's see what marketplace is all about. So whenever you build an application, you can also look through the marketplace to find custom apps. So there are these many custom apps across these categories. So if you think any of your applications fit into, or any of these applications fit into your specific use case, you can do that. You can access extensions from here, and you can see how many apps you have already installed and how many extensions you have installed so far in this account. If you have a developer account, you can also access it directly from the marketplace. If you want to give support, say you come across an issue and you want to access or reach out to the support team, and they have to go verify the account, to go through the account to figure out what the issue is, they would want access to the support team. So in order to grant access to the support team, you just need to choose the application, and you can also choose when you want to revoke the access. Next up, we have ZIA, which is a very important aspect when you perform AI related tasks. So if you see, you can choose the LLM, which we had already discussed when we initially showed how to generate application based on prompts. So this is only possible once we choose the LLM and also enable them to perform that action. So all these are the types of AI related functionalities that we have. So depending on whether you give access or not, the action can be performed. Next up, we have a couple of more features. You have system integrations. These are Zoho's other applications that are directly accessible for you from Zoho Creator. So these whether it's Zia or Analytics. So when you use BI Analytics, you would want the Zoho Analytics to be configured. When you have a payment workflow to be set up, you will have to configure a Zoho checkout account, and if you want to use AI, you have to configure Zia. So depending on what action you perform, you can come here and make the configuration changes. You can also see all the types of payment gateways that are supported in Zoho Creator account. So if you can directly authorize it from here or from the specific application when you create or when you try to configure a payment workflow. So when you look at the application access tab, you can see all the applications that are available in this account. You can just give them access directly from this account. So once you have configured for Zoho Checkout, this is how you can easily give access to applications. So depending on your location, the supported payment gateways will be listed here. So if you don't find your country's payment gateway, it could possibly be because these are the ones that are supported in the account, in this account's based on the account's location. That is USA. But if you change the location, you can see all the other supported payment gateways in that specific location. Now, Zoho Creator lets you have early access to a couple of features. Whenever there is going to be a beta release, you can easily see. You can just have early access to a couple of features. You can explore them and give feedbacks, or if you have suggestions, you can let them know. Now, let's also look at billing. Billing section helps you have a statistical view of what your current plan is and what are the different details or user limits that you have with respect to the plan that you've chosen. So this is an enterprise plan. So you can see what your current plan is or the supported plan here, your subscription details, the timing, and if you want to upgrade it, you can do it from here. You can also look at your usage details. So this is the plan related details that we have, usage related details. So when you click on explore, you can see all the user related information, which could be the number of applications that are built in the account, the number of records that are saved in the account, the storage of the account, and a couple of other actions. So in this way, you can find Zoho Creator as a comprehensive application where you can easily develop, deploy, and manage all your account level operations from this centralized platform. And here we have come to the conclusion of the Zoho Creator one-on-one series. Hopefully you would have understood how to develop, deploy, and manage your applications from a single platform from this session. Thank you for watching this series.